You're standing at the bottom of a towering skeleton of a building with several armed individuals staring down at you from the beams. Get lost. These materials are ours, and there are plenty of zombies in the woods around here, hungry for fresh meat. You take a nervous look around, a faint rustling from the nearby trees setting you on edge. Wait. This is all just a huge misunderstanding. We came here looking for supplies to reinforce our colony, figuring it would be abandoned. If we'd known there were any people here, we would have never snuck in like that. There must be some arrangement we can come to. Nah, maybe we can help each other. You've got the materials we need, and we've got plenty of food. How about a trade? Or I could help you build some stuff, and always handy to have more engineers around, right? There's a quiet murmur and conference between the figures before they lower a large metal bucket on a rope. Put your weapons in here, and we'll pass down a ladder. Why should we trust you? It's us or the zombies, take your pick. There's a tense standoff broken by the sound of growls and hisses, growing ever closer. Anyone else getting sicker to trust the perched weirdo or getting eaten alive routine? Hey. Once again, doesn't seem like we have much of a choice. With some reluctance, you all load your weapons into the bucket. You bounce uneasily on the balls of your feet as a familiar stench of rotting flesh reaches your nose. Okay, you got our weapons, now let us up. The figures reel the bucket back in, and your mouth goes dry as you stand in the fading light for 5 seconds, and then 10. Finally, a metal ladder clatters down from the catwalk above, hitting the ground at your feet. Bring that up behind you. Don't want to know if these bastards have figured out how to climb. Hey, if you go to Dying Light, they do know how to climb. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. Hopefully you're all having a great day. Chapter 8, Build Up or Tear Down. The figures scatter along the darkened beams, while one who first addressed you remains lighting up a lantern. The name's Walt Arbogast. Welcome to Skywell. Arbogast? Like Glenn Arbogast? That was my father he passed on a few years ago. But where'd you hear his name? I read the magazine that talked about his work. That's how we got the idea to look for materials here. Huh. He's always going on and on about how us younger workers were gonna take this place and turn it into something the world had never seen. Guess he wasn't quite wrong. This is impressive. How long have you been here? Since the outbreak started. I was the only apprentice iron worker back then. Figured out pretty quick that it wasn't safe on the ground. We had this whole place at our disposal, so we built up. That's incredible. Most of us were either working on the building or related to someone who was. Kids learn to use tools of the trade as soon as they can hold them. Anything we can't build, we barter for. Do you think you could gather leaders of the place? I'd like a meeting with them to propose a trade alliance. Well, you're in luck. I'm the foreman. Well, then, what do you say to giving us some of the materials in exchange for some fresh fruit and veggies? I don't know. We've been doing alright for food these last few months. You can never have enough, right, though? Especially if you're gonna make it through the big zombie surge at the solstice. Damn. Time for another one of those already? I suppose we ought to stock up then. So, we got ourselves an alliance? Now, hold on a second, kid. If you really want to trade with us, you gotta have a sweeten the pot. With what? Argon shield gas. We use it for welding, and these days it's hard to come by. You gotta bring me back a couple tanks, and you can have the materials you need. We probably need some of it anyway if we want to put together anything sturdy for I.O. So what's the catch? There's gotta be a catch. Now, well, the tanks are heavy. It takes a whole team of people to move them, and the place they're stored in is, chock full of zombies. Sounds like... we're taking all the risk. You sure are. That's what it means to be in the party in need. Someday, I'll have a chance to return the favor. Don't worry, I won't be sending you in there totally unprepared. I ain't heartless. It's too late to go tonight, and we don't exactly got any extra beds, so I'll lend you some safety harnesses. Oh, thank God, I was getting vertigo just standing here. You get used to it. Just clip yourself on one of the beams and try to get some rest. Not sure how easy that's gonna be. As Walt passes out the harnesses, the sound of the raucous laughter echoes down from above, and you look up to spot a camp trailer welding right into the beams. What's that? Ah, that'd be a local pub. Hauled it up the years ago, back when the crane was still working. Awesome. We got food, drinks up there, if you're up for the climb. Might even win something if you're willing to make a bet. Well, I just do about anything to get off these beams for a bit. And, you know I can never refuse a gamble. Diamond choice. Let's check out the pub. You and your friends make your way up the ladder until you finally climb into a surprisingly homey, wood-paneled space. You here for a drink? A woman gives you a wave from behind the bar, while a few other patrons are tucked in the back, surrounded by what looks like a thick piece of lumber. Yes, please. We'll take the house special, whatever that is. 5 cups of beer coming up. The bartender passes out small metal cups full of foaming orange-brown ale. Shannon gives her a small sniff, then wrinkles her nose. I think I'll pass. You know, people in the old world would have killed to sample a specialty beer like this. Take a sip of the bitter brew, surprised to taste hints of nuts and citrus. Not bad. Not sure it's worth killing over, though. If you're brewing beer, that means you must have a vat around here somewhere. She's down a few levels, so we don't have to worry about her exploding from overheating. Not that she could, it's a bitch just getting her to temperature. You ever considered mixing thermal and electric? Well, now I have. Where do you even get the grain? Trade mostly. All you surface dwellers grow crops of some kind, and you almost always need a more mechanical eye. I can't believe you don't produce any of your own food. It seems precarious. You seen the rest of this town? Precarious is our way of life. Now tell me about growing up in Skywell. When I was little, I had to wear my safety harness anytime I was outside the house. Always have to be clipped in. I don't even think I stepped on the solid ground until I was about in my teens. So, what did you do all day? Just sit around inside? No, we worked like everyone else. My mom showed me how to fix a leak in the roof when I was only a few years old. And I thought tower life was hardcore. Booming laughter echoes around the small bar, and you turn to the group in the back. I totally rocked that. What do you mean I've got a drink? You hit your own nail, dumbass. Those are the rules. You hop off the bear stool and settle out behind them, peering down a cut log that has a couple of nails sticking out of it. What you playing? The Stump Game. You gotta flip a hammer, catch it in the air, and then try to hit your opponent's nail. Last one standing wins. You manage to hit someone else's nail, they drink. You mess up, you drink. So the longer it goes, the drunker you are, and the harder it is to win. That sounds dangerous, and yet kind of fun. Some of you want to get on this round? Depends. What's on the line? A bundle of dynamite. You're kidding. Hell yes, sign us up. Alright, why don't you, two of you, show us what you've got. Can't have all 5 of you competing, that wouldn't be fair. The woman passes you a hammer and you look around at your friends. Well, if we're aiming for, you know, hitting other people's bullseyes, Eli. I'm not. But Eli, with 2 marksmen like us on the team, there's no way we can lose. Don't you want to help us win the dynamite? Fine. Whoa, am I dreaming, or are you two actually getting him to play to a game? You're up, kid. Your friends move back as you step up to log, noticing one of the builder's nails is barely sticking up. I'll go for an easy throw. You flip the hammer once in the air, easily catching it before you go to swing. You bring the hammer down hard, slamming the nail nearly all the way into the wood. No way. Don't be damned. You sure you don't got no builder blood in you? Oh, I'm just a quick learner. You know, I've also been fighting zombies. The one builder takes a drink of her beer as you pass the hammer off. Without a word, Eli steps forward. He gives the hammer a single swing, or flip, catches it, with ease and hits the nail into the stump. Well, I suppose that counts. Not sure I've ever seen anyone keep it so simple, though. That's Eli. All no nonsense. Man, you can make even a drinking game boring. I wish I knew how you do it. So I could probably do whatever the opposite was. Seriously, where's your pizzazz, your drama, your flair? It got the job done. Which is exactly why I picked him. I believe that means the dynamite is ours. You got spunk, I'll give you that. The builder digs around her belongings, then tosses you a bundle of bright red sticks. Woohoo! You stash the dynamite in your bag just as the bartender waves you over. Sorry, y'all, we're closing up for the night. I gotta get some shut-eye. Thanks for the hospitality. Hopefully it won't be the last time we get to enjoy it. You're welcome anytime. I'm assuming something's gonna happen. These builders all come to our colony, and yep. You all leave the bar behind and clip your safety harnesses to the building's frame. After a bit, you finally drift off to sleep. Oh my god, Faith! Tannen's voice startles you awake. You find yourself dangling face down from your harness, just a few feet above a hissing pack of zombies. Yeah, no, have you ever tried sleeping and you fall out of your bed? No, you wake the f*** up, let's be honest. The drones snarl and swipe at you, close enough that you can feel and smell their putrid breath. Pull me up, pull me up! I'm coming. But chung? Question mark? Angel unclips herself and starts scrambling across the beams while the others struggle to detach their harnesses. But if you slip, then we're both dead. Gritting her teeth, Angel carefully works her way to you. Eli frees himself a moment later and joins her. Okay, get ready to pull. Eli and Angel grab hold of your rope and, straining, begin to haul you back up. The drones stretch and snarl with feral rage as your friends carefully reel you back up to safety. That was way too close. Everything okay down there? Walt peers down at you from above and then scurries down the nearest ladder to join you. Just some early morning adrenaline. Sorry about that. One of the perils of living in the sky. If you're all ready to get started, I'll introduce you to your god. Walt leads you across the building skeleton to a large orange shipping container. He steps inside for a moment and returns with a bucket full of your weapons as your, young woman. This is me and my daughter. She'll be able to show you where the argon gas is stored and figure out which tanks are still full. And you'd better bring her back in one piece, you hear me? Ignore my overprotective father. I thought you might want these for the run. They've been in my toolbox for years. Mina tosses you a pair of thickly padded gloves, the back and knuckles covered with solid pieces of metal. Leather and steel. They'll give you all the grip you need to move the tanks, and they're not bad for punching zombies either. It would be nice to get in close without having to worry and tear up my hands. Diamond choice. You pull the gloves on and flex your fingers a few times, adjusting to the feeling. Oh yeah, I like these already. Great, then let's get a move on. A few miles down the road, Mina directs you to an industrial neighborhood of the outskirts of a small town. So what's the plan? Your dad said this place was full of zombies. Oh, there's plenty of zombies in there, but that's not the worst part. It's the worst part, tetanus, because it looks like tetanus. Everyone knows drones come running for loud noises, right? This place is just a super awesome combo of big echoey space and piles of metal crap, just waiting to be knocked over. Sounds like home. Like a death trap. Potato, potato. You just said potato twice. I'm gonna punch you. Rolling her eyes, Mina crouches down to yank a rusty metal grate from the base of the wall, revealing the entrance of a dank crawl space. Follow me. Several cramped, uncomfortable minutes later, you squeeze through the crack in the cement floor and emerge in a cavernous space overgrown with moss. Looks clear except for the million dark corners a drone could be hiding in. At least we made it out of that crawl space in one piece. Tell that to my jeans. They've gone from distressed to disfigured. Quiet. Sure enough, as everyone falls silent, you hear a faint, gurgling growl. Peeking around a rusty lump of machinery, you see a pair of a drone shuffle into view on the other side of the building. Whatever. We can get past a couple of measly drones. Sure, but the more sound we make, the more drones will show up. Got it. Where do we find the gas bottles? Mina gestures to a dark corner a few yards away, where several large tanks lie scattered on the floor. They're huge, rusted, and metal. Metal plus metal equals very loud. You creep towards the tanks, heart rate skipping at every tiny shuffle of dirt or creak of shoe leather. A sudden crunch and a gasp makes you whirl around, groping for your weapon. What was... Rickety frack, I'm stuck! Looking down, you see Angel looking at one leg or foot wedged between some rusty pipes. Hold on, I've got you. Crouching, you reach between the pipes and carefully wedge them apart, thick gloves protecting your hands from the rusty metal. Okay, try now. Angel puts a hand on your shoulder for balance, and after a bit of wiggling, she manages to get your foot unstuck. Phew, thanks. I thought I was gonna have to gnaw it off for a second. Have you ever tried to gnaw off your own foot? It's nearly impossible. You're welcome. Mina goes after her from one gas bottle to the next, checking pressure gauges. Jackpot. These three are almost full. If we can get them past those drones... Wait, we can't bring them all the way... Bring them out the way we came in? They won't fit. We've gotta carry them out the long way. Great. Awesome. Anything else we need to know? Will the tanks explode if we drop them? Define explode. I'm facepalming. Glaring at her, you grab one of the tanks and wait for Eli to take the other. Ready, lift. You heave the heavy bottle off the ground, gloves easily gripping the smooth sides. Alright, let's get moving. Try and Angel lift another of the bottles. Mina and Shannon take hold of the third. Slowly you begin to pick your way through the cluttered rooms. Forearms starting to burn, you step around a patch of slippery moss and turn to a narrow lane between two hulking machines. Wait, Faith, look down! Glance over your shoulder, eye drawn to a squirming mass on the floor. The drone cranes around to look at you, its torso half crushed beneath a heavy steel beam. Better take care of it. I don't want to get ankle bit on the way past. Nodding, you scan your surroundings. Several more rusted beams lean against the wall, and a large jug labeled H2SO4 sits on a ledge above the struggling drone. My gut is leaning towards the jug. And let's hope I'm right. Reaching with one foot, you nudge the jug off the ledge. Old glass cracks on it land on the drone's head, spilling a clear, viscous fluid that immediately starts to smoke. Liquefied flesh runs down the drone's face to drip in sizzling puddles on the floor. The zombie lets out a gurgling hiss as the acid eats through the already putrid skull and on into its brain. Gross. Would it be best if no one stepped in that? You think? Well, again, it was better than metal clanging on metal. You emerge into an open area, cursing softly as you see that the floor is flooded ankle deep with disturbingly greenish water. Something tells me, we shouldn't wait around in this stuff. Troy pulls a scrap of paper from his pocket, tossing into the green muck. You watch as the paper turns brown, then black, and bursts into flames. Yeah, it's gonna be a big nope from me. Without the tanks, we could probably climb over the machines with the tanks. No way in hell. And I've climbed some pretty sketchy bullshit. Get you like that thing? You follow Angel's eyes to a set of metal stairs leading up to a narrow catwalk. You want to carry those heavy tanks all the way up there? Might be the only option, unless the crane still works. Eli jerks his head towards the several loops of heavy chain dangling from the crane mechanism. Oh, I'm gonna use the crane, or at least try. Mina helps you rig the tanks together with a few heavy straps, while the rest of the group clambers across the bank of rusted machines. Okay, raise them up slowly. Grab one of the chains and start to pull, wincing as the link rattles through the gears. Damn. The crane screeches and squeals as the rusted mechanism lurches along the tanks. Tank swinging precariously from the rigging. Got him. Now hurry up. More drones coming. Eli steadies the bottle as you lower them to the ground. More growling and shuffling reaches rears, sounding closer than ever before. Hurry. Mina nods, face tied with fear as she scrambles across. You follow close behind, trying not to look down at the noxious chemical swamp below. Hey, that could have gone worse. At least no one got melted by toxic ooze. Day's still young. You make your way to a dark, empty space at the back of the warehouse, hidden behind a full pile of broken crates. Everyone sets down their tanks for a moment to rest. Almost home free. Come here. You can see the exit. Moving softly, you creep up beside Mina, follow her gaze to the opposite wall, maybe 50 yards away, and let out a relieved breath when you only see a handful of drones between you and the door. You made it through the warehouse, not without attracting many drones. Not too bad. Hey, Faith, you still got the dynamite we won? Oh, no. Oh, for the love of... My nuts, are we trying not to make a big zombie summoning bracket? Okay, smarty pants, except that, what if we made a big zombie summoning racket somewhere else? That seems sensible, actually. Oh, no one's ever called me that before. Stifling a laugh, you take out the bundle of explosives and light the fuse with Mina's lighter. Oh, we've already lit the son of a bitch? Oh, okay, what are we gonna do, toss it? Brace yourselves. Fire in the hole! Stepping out of your hiding place, you whip the dynamite as hard as you can towards the opposite corner of the warehouse. You duck back behind the crates just as an earth-shaking bang seems to rock the building's very foundations. This is not the most intelligent thing we've done. A zombie shriek is abruptly cut off as the explosion splatters against the cement wall. Chunks of debris rain down from the ceiling, crushing another zombie with a wet crunch. Wow, that actually kind of worked. Waste of dynamite. Peeking out again, you see a couple of zombies abandon their post by the exit, stumbling eagerly towards the source of the explosion. Get ready, it's now or never. You and Eli heave your gas bottle off the ground one last time, watching the others do the same. Go! Summoning all your strength, you break into an awkward, shuffling run, bursting out of your hiding place, making a beeline for the door. The scattered drones swivel clumsily as you hurry past, bearing blood-caked teeth. Keep going. That's how you, get gingivitis right there. You cross the gap before most of the drones have even started moving, hitting the door with your back to slam it open. You burst out into the street, momentarily dazed by the bright sunlight. Get to the van. You stumble over to the place where you parked the van, heaving the heavy gas bottle into the back. Go! Get down! Get to the van! One down. Coming through. Troy and Angel barrel through the door with two snarling drones in hot pursuit. Cover them. You nod, drawing your crossbow as one of the drones reaches your rotting skeletal hand towards Troy. I'm gonna shoot the head at your bolt zips over Troy's shoulder, spearing the drone right through the eye. Greenish black gore drips from the drone's eye socket as it flops face first onto the dirty ground. If you chose hand, think about this. Oh no, my hand! Whatever will I do with my teeth and or other hand? My hero. Eli picks off the other drone, and Troy and Angel hurry over to load their gas bottle into the van. Just a handful of bent, snarling figures lumbers out of the nearby alley, gaining speed as they close in on you. Where are the others? We need to go. They were right behind us. The zombies hit just as you hear something from inside. A loud clang followed by a scream. Ah! We've got this. You hesitate for a split second, then duck under the arm of an attacking zombie, sprint back into the warehouse. Shannon, Mina. You switch on your night vision goggles, twisting the shapes of the drones, leaping into focus. Beyond them, you quickly spot Mina, swinging wildly with a crowbar as a half-dozen zombies back her into a corner. Could use some help over here. She brings the crowbar down on the drone's head, caving in the skull with a wet crunch. Another drone lunges in from the side, its claws sneaking past Mina's guard and slashing her across her leg. Just hold on, I'll be right. Help! Somebody! You whirl around to see Shannon at the opposite end of the room, surrounded by 3 more drones. One of them makes a grab for her, and she screams, diving into a metal cabinet and slamming the door. Claws screech horribly on the metal walls of the cabinet as zombies continue to attack, pounding on the door and rocking it from side to side. Aye! Really? You frantically look from the trapped Shannon to the wounded and desperate Mina. Mina's holding her own, but not for much longer. That cabinet will hold for a while, but Shannon's so scared. What do I do? I have to help Mina. Just hold on, Shannon. Without waiting for a response, you make a break for the cluster of drones surrounding Mina. Before the drones can react, you slice open the back. The knees, rotting tendons pop beneath your blade, and the drone crumbles to the ground with a gooey and angry screech. Yep, that's right. Improvisation. You shove the crippled drone towards a pile of debris, and it falls stomach first onto a long piece of rusted rebar. Who's next? Another drone turns away from Mina to look at you, baring its long, dripping fangs. But as the drone prepares to attack, you're already stabbing the gleaming tip of your glaive right into its face. The point punches straight through the zombie skull and out the back, splattering goblets of brain and skull. Bones crack as you twist your weapon free, making the creature collapse in a twitching heap. Mina swings her crowbar like a baseball bat, splitting open the last drone's head in a burst of bloody brain chunks. Thanks. Starting to lose steam. Of course. Now come on. We need to help. Ah! Your heart stops as Shannon's scream pierces the air, followed by a heavy crash. Shannon, we're coming. You break into a sprint, Mina limping along behind. The outer door burst open. Eli, Angel, and Troy rushing inside, all of you converging on Shannon's panic screams. An arrow takes out one of the drones. Angel leaps in after, smashing a wrench into the drone's face. The drones are all dead by the time you reach Shannon's hiding place. The cabinet's been tipped over, its walls scored with claw marks. Deep, ragged sobs echo from within. Shannon, it's okay, we're here. We're going to get you out. How the hell did this woman survive this long? Oh, that's right. She was in a locked laboratory. Slowly, you turn the handle and open the door to see Shannon curled in a tight, trembling ball as the cabinet opens, her head whipped around, and she stares at you with wild eyes. No, get away from me, no! She lashes out, fingers curled into claws, striking desperately with both hands until you manage to get a hold of her wrists. Shannon, stop. It's Faith. You're okay. It's over. This woman needs to stop being taken on excursions outside. Shannon struggles slowly, wind down, her eyes finally focusing on you. It's so dark. They nearly got in. An anguished sob tears loose from her chest, her whole body shaking. You pull her into a gentle hug, letting her cry into your shoulder. You chose to help Mina, leaving Shannon trapped and terrified. Listen, she was in a cabinet protected by metal, okay? Mina was out in the open with a wound! This is what I choose. The weakest of the two to protect. Eli, you and Angel go find Mina and Shannon's gas tank. We need to get out of here as fast as possible. Also, I don't think it would go over well if Mina died. Throwing that out there. When you arrive back at the Skywell, Walt comes to you to meet you as you unload the van. About time you got back. Everything go alright? His eyes fall on Shannon, who remains huddled up inside the van. She doesn't look so good. She had a rough go of things back at the warehouse. We made it out of there with our lives. and that's what counts. You managed to get the gas. We managed to bring back 3 full tanks. I'll be damned. That's more than enough to make some upgrades to both of our colonies. Hell, a deal's a deal. Building materials are all yours. Hell, me and Mina and a couple others will even come with you. We can pick up that food you owe us and help you get started on construction. I'm sure Angel will be thrilled to hear that. See that? See? We still won. Now, Shannon, sit in your lab and shut up and never leave again. I mean, what? A few hours later, you return to Io with 2 beat-up trucks full of builders and materials in tow. We're home. Oh, for the love of shut up. Shannon shoves open the door to the van and heads to the lodge, passing Dirk as he comes out to meet you. Did we get what we needed? We got the materials, and we even brought some engineers back with us. Though it didn't go exactly as planned. Ah, don't look so glum. This means we can finally get started on the wall. As you finish unloading the van, Angel, Eli, and Troy join you at the front of the lodge. We need to think about what the kind of barrier we want to build. All of them are going to have benefits and drawbacks. Chain link would give us sightlines. But it's thin. Zombies could tear through it and people can climb it. Well, then we'll go with a solid metal sheet. Or scale and cut through. But it would make our ranged attack, our fighters basically useless. Hey, what do you think? Let's build the sheet metal wall. Yeah, because you can still make archers. The thing is you just simply make towers. Not that damn hard. Then we'll get to work. Blood runs cold as a loud bell suddenly rings out through the colony, the alarm bell. Are we under attack? Is it the raiders? Mac comes barreling out of behind the lodge, eyes wide. Intruder spotted by the back gate. They're wearing tower uniforms. And they're getting away! Okay, well then just go shoot them or something. You had tactical gloves. You made it back to Skywell with 3 tanks. Rescued Mina from the zombies, leaving Shannon scared and alone in her hiding place. She will never be quite the same. Okay. And if I had let Mina die, or be attacked, what then? I don't know, let me know in the comment section below if you chose that choice. You know, it always helps to have a different perspective. But, Shannon needs to stop going out. Let's be honest. This makes the 2nd time that Shannon has gone out and something has gone horribly wrong. And then basically, like, we're left holding the bag. Shannon is, how can I put this? Not cut out for it. She's weak. She has no grit. I would hope that Shannon learned that she was very much scared and alone and afraid, and hopefully she does what a lot of people should do when you're like that, is rises from the ashes, gets strong, never wants to feel that powerless again. And hopefully this is a learning experience for Shannon, and not something that's gonna, I don't know, leave her with anxiety, you know, crippling anxiety. I don't know, hopefully. Without further ado, you know what to do. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below, links to his social media, a few links to support me and this channel, as well as this community. And again, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you here. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Peace out.